Hey everybody, it's the Ioniq guy. You join me today from inside the Hyundai Ioniq 9. This is the 2026. It just hit the market in the last month or so. And this here is my press vehicle from Hyundai. So thank you Hyundai for the loaner. And I've been going through the car with a fine-tooth comb, checking out all the things I like and dislike, as well as some of the changes versus even my 2025 Ioniq 5, which you can see parked behind me. I don't know if you can see it through the rear window. And in today's video, we're going to talk about 3 things that I found in the infotainment system that differ from my Ioniq 5. I'm hoping they come to the Ioniq 5, but these are some really cool features. So if you want to find out what they are, then stay tuned. So the first feature we're going to talk about is under the EV screen. When you click EV, go to the next tab at the bottom, and you're going to see right here, battery health. And when you click on that, you have here a grayed out bar, but it says battery health displays the current battery capacity compared to when it was new. A lower capacity may result in fewer hours of use between charges. This may not be displayed while battery health is being calibrated. So the reason it's grayed out now is it is being calibrated. This car is still relatively new. It only has 1,600 miles on it. And if you scroll up a couple tabs here to battery usage statistics, it does say battery usage data is being collected. Related statistics are displayed after driving over 1,900 miles. So I'm assuming the reason this is grayed out is there's not enough data. Otherwise, it would just be saying 100%. I will put a photo on screen right now of what the manual shows, but this is a really nice feature to see. A lot of people have questions about battery longevity with EVs. I can tell you from the data that we have with existing Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, Konas and everything, battery degradation does not seem to be a major issue with Hyundai's cars. There's one person in my Facebook group who has, I think, approaching 250,000 miles on his car. He drives for rideshare, and yeah, he hasn't seen any real major degradation. I think he's down to like 90%, maybe 91. I haven't seen his last update in a few weeks, but he usually posts pretty regularly about that battery capacity. And he does basically all DC fast charging too, because he is driving for rideshare, so he has to fill up pretty quickly. But regardless, nice to see this. If you go in to buy a used car, a used Ioniq 9 in a few years, you'll be able to come in, take a look, and see what your battery looks like. Now, I know the first thing you guys are going to ask in the comment section is this going to come to 2025 Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6 earlier? I don't know. I honestly don't think so, though. If you're not getting this car brand new from the factory, odds are they're probably not going to include it because they don't have that baseline data. But at the same time, I would imagine that Hyundai probably has that information when they are manufacturing the battery packs. I'm sure they do a test to verify that these cells are able to hold a certain capacity, and they know that the battery pack nominally should be about, I don't know, 81 kilowatt hours for the 2025 Ioniq 5, 73 or 74 kilowatt hours for the previous pre-refresh Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6. But we don't really know. I would like to see this come, but if they can't give an accurate reading of what the battery capacity and health is, then there's probably no reason they're going to do it. So right under battery health, real-time charging information. We'll click on that. And over here, you will see it says, this screen shows the current charging power and the maximum charging power of the connected charger. This does not include the energy consumed by vehicle accessories. So if you drive an EV, oftentimes when you plug into a charger, you might see super low charging speeds compared to what you were expecting. And this can occur for a variety of reasons, including battery temperature, current state of charge. But assuming you conditioned the battery, the most common culprit is going to be the charger itself. The cable might be damaged, one of the modules in the charger itself might be damaged, and it could just be a derated charging session. Now, a lot of times you'll end up unplugging and moving to another stall, and sometimes that works, but sometimes you're at a full charger and you don't have the option. Obviously, it's going to be quicker just to charge at a slower speed than to move and wait for another available fast charger. But there's never really been a great way to verify that it's actually the charger that is derating your charging session. But I think that's what this screen is going to do here. So of course, I didn't find this page until I ran my 5 to 80% DC fast charging test yesterday. But I didn't go all the way up to 100%. So on the screen now, you'll see a photo from the owner's manual kind of showing what it will look like. But I did take the car out to another DC fast charger yesterday afternoon, and I filmed what it actually does. So let's take a look at that now. All right, so I'm guessing what this is trying to convey to me is that The current maximum charging power of the battery pack is 145.65 kilowatts. And right now the car is taking in basically exactly that amount. You can see there's a little bit of a difference between those two numbers when it is moving up and down. Now, because the car is using about 1.3 kilowatts to cool the battery pack right now because it's so hot, I think that is the difference you're seeing between maximum charging power and current charging power. And then I think this value on the left is what the charger is trying to give the car. So that's always going to be adjusting based on the information that it's getting from the car, which is why that's fluctuating up and down. Now, what I think I should have done was go to a lower power charger. This way we could see that the charger could only output, say, 60 something kilowatts, like at a charge point, and then see that the car's maximum charging power would be higher. So this is a really useful feature. My problems with it are I do wish that it wasn't buried in some EV menu. I wish it just displayed this information on the driver display while you are charging. This way, somebody who doesn't know about this screen can just see that information. I don't feel like it should be hidden. It doesn't need to be a big, gigantic image on the driver display, just a little thing saying what the car is asking for and what the charger's giving. Now, this is a feature that I really hope will come to 2025 Ioniq 5 at least, but hopefully even the older cars, because the car knows all this information, it just needs to display it. But as usual with software updates from Hyundai, I am not going to hold my breath. All right, the third and final thing I'm going to show you in this video is display themes. So when you look at this screen here, you're going to see it looks like the standard CCNC screen for pretty much all of Hyundai's lineup. But if you do go into setup, go to screen layout, and the first option you're presented with are these three themes. So right now, this one is the standard. The second one here is called Nature, and the third one is called Pony. Pony is kind of the car that started the Ioniq lineup. They kind of modeled the Ioniq 5 after one of their first vehicles called the Pony. We'll get to that. So first, let's check out the Nature theme. So we'll click on that. The system will reboot to apply the theme. During the reboot, all features including the rear view camera are not available. Apply it to your vehicle now. Hit yes. And this will take a minute or so. I did already do this once before. It's not super quick, so you can't really do it on the fly, which is unfortunate. Now it's rebooting, and then it will bring you back to the splash screen when you first start the car. Confirm to get in, and there you have it. That's the Nature theme. So you can see it's a kind of flat design. You can kind of see these cartoonish images. I think it looks pretty cool. And it does also change the driver display as well. So you can see some of that theming taking place in the gauges there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's basically just a skin. It doesn't really change any functionality or anything. So now that we've seen that, let's go in and check out Pony. So screen layout, we'll click on Pony, reboot, and see what that looks like. And let's get back in. Oh, cool. This is my first time seeing Pony. Very retro. Looks pretty neat. The images don't really correspond to which tab is which, like Hyundai Pay doesn't really have anything to do with that image of the Pony. Here are the gauges on the driver display. Let's see what they look like when you change into a different drive mode. Looks like they stay the same. So, kind of little fun thing you can do with the car. But I'm gonna go back to Nature. And it does appear that you can go back to the standard CCNC screen by just selecting it. It doesn't have to reboot or anything, so that is nice. Now, if you don't see any of these options, you are going to have to go to the Blue Link store, which you can access via that QR code. And once you follow the link from that QR code, if you click up here, digital specifications, you can see display themes. You can also find the lighting patterns, which are unique to the Ioniq 9 and Palisade, the new Palisade that is. And you can install those on the car. There are different ways to kind of greet you as you walk up to the car when it is locked. You do have to pay for those extra lighting patterns, as well as themes. Like Kia EV9, you can do like basketball team themes if you want to represent your favorite team or something. But yeah, if you click here on, say, Nature, you can say download an Android. Open. Let's see what this does. I haven't tried this yet. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything in BlueLink because my BlueLink account isn't synced with this car, but you should be able to download it to your My Hyundai app, and then I guess it somehow transfers to your phone. If there's instructions on how to do that, I'll leave a link in the description to this video. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Check out my store at ioniqguy.com for accessories for your Ioniq 9. I have confirmed the door lock device does work with the Ioniq 9 now, so you can go to my website and purchase that now. Consider becoming a channel member for as little as 99 cents per month. For $3 per month, you can get a 5% discount to my store, as well as early access to all of these videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.